Gentlemen, welcome to this brief update on 3GPP plenary activities. Here I have Lionel, the CT chair. Hello, welcome. Could you give us a brief update what was going on in CT 92?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the invitation. Yes, I will provide some quick update of what's happened at the last plenary. So it was CT 92. First of all, it was my second meeting as related chair of CT. So I would like to thank all the companies and people involved in the standardization for the trust given to me. So thank you for that. And I can provide you some updates. So for CT in general, everything is under control. We are following perfectly the work plan so far. So it means that we're still confident in the fact that we will complete the work for release 17 in March 22. So we may expect some delay from the stage 2, but it's something that we can accommodate in our work plan. So we are not so afraid about any late in the completion of the release. For everything before release 17, and especially concerning mission critical services, I would say that now we have stable specifications. So we have very few change requests to modify the specification due to discovered mistakes or errors. So now I would say that we are pretty confident on the specification, and I think it's a good point because implementers can rely on the content of their specification to develop projects. So and operators also to deploy the solutions. So it's good. I would say that for the push-to-talk solution, we are still working on enhancement in release 16 and for release 17 also. We have an update of the current work item just to indicate that the work will be completed in March, which is good because it is the date for the freeze of the release. So the completion of the stage 3 work. So everything is fine there. And I would say that we had a new work item that have been approved at the last plenary. It's a work item on the mission critical services to be used over the 5G system. So as you know, first of all, 5G was introduced in release 15, and we were working on the 5G system in release 16, and now still in release 17. So there is an ongoing enhancement of the solution. But you know also that mission critical services were based on LTE, and nothing was done so far on the application of mission critical services over 5G. So first of all, it was confirmed that mission critical services will be deployed also over a 5G system. So this was confirmed in stage 1. So stage 1 is the process where you are describing the service requirements. So it was clarified there that mission critical services will be used also over 5GS. And in SS6, the group defining the functional aspects and the architecture for mission critical services, they have started work on introducing MCS over 5G. And it is organized in 3 areas. So the first areas is how to achieve on-network unicast communication. The second one is on-network multicast communication. And the third one is of network communication and on-network communication of MC services. So this includes also the UE2 network relay support, for instance. And so far, the priority is given to the area 1, that is the on-network unicast communication. And here we will describe how to use the transport resources and also how to rely on the specific identifier name data network names, just to be able to route the user traffic to a dedicated platform. And we can also rely on the network slicing with 5GS that was not possible in LTE. So all of that will be taken into account, and we will see the impact on the overall architecture for mission critical services. And after that, the area 2 and 3 will be completed when we will have a solution for the use of multicast, and also on the use of the off network. So, and the transition between the off network and the on network will be available. So it's a kind of priority given just to focus right now in area 1, and to do the rest as soon as the capabilities and the functionalities will be available to be able to do the work in stage 2 and then in stage 3. So what was agreed, it was to start the protocol aspects after from the next meeting. So the work is done in CT1. So we will have a contribution to see how to implement what have been so far agreed at the stage 2 level in SS6 in our CT specifications. So I think it's a good signal to say that now we are very active on these aspects for the introduction of mission critical services in 5G. And it is expected to complete the work in March 22. So for this one, we can expect maybe an exception, just to say that if there is something to complete after March, it will still be possible to do it in June. But so far, the target is still March 22. So as usual, it's something where we'll need resources. So we are very active in stage 2. We have committed people in stage 3 in CT1, but anyone who would like to be involved in this interesting work in CT is welcome to attend the CT working group meetings, and especially CT1. And the next rendezvous will be in September, sorry, for the next city plenary. And at this time, I will give you new updates on what's happened in city. Thank you. Do you have any question?
Thank you very much. That's really highly interesting and important. So everyone, if you want to learn really deeply on 5G and mission critical, now there's a great opportunity in CT1 to work on this 5G mission critical or 5G. A question I do have, in other parts, we have a lot of work going on now on release 18 planning and those things. Is there some guidance you would like to give to the community related to that and something that should be taken into account?
Yeah, from city point of view, the only thing that we will do at this time, so there is an ongoing discussion about the content of the release 18 and also the timeline for release 18, and the conclusion of this work will be provided in December. For cities, the only thing that matter is to have enough time to work at the stage 3 level. So the guidance from city will be to have at least 9 months after the completion of the stage 2 to be able to have enough time to complete our specification. For SA and RAN, I would say that if people are really interested in features that are not already covered in 3GPP, it's the time to be vocal and to push for their requirements to be included in the scope of the release 18. So there is ongoing discussion in RAN, in SA regarding what should be the content of release 18. So if you have something that you would like to see in, it's the perfect time to be involved and to be active, just to ensure that your preferred requirements will be covered by release 18.
Absolutely. In that relation, there will be a RAN release 18 workshop starting now on the 28th of June, and a similar one on SA then in September. So those are certainly places to influence and be active. And of course, like said, there are great possibilities to work and make this real in CT, where if we think that the stage 1 SA1 is more the place where we can place the requirements and justify them, but to make them real, it has to happen also in CT.
Yeah, I think it's really important to realize that the implementation is based on the stage 3 specification. So if you are really interested by that and you want to be active on this part, you will be really welcome. And as you said, starting with the introduction of mission critical services over 5G is a kind of brand new topic. So of course, we will take into account something that was done for 4G, but you will have also the opportunity to understand, to better understand the 5G and to see how MC critical services can be used over a 5G system.
So indeed, a wonderful professional career development possibility here.
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else comes to your mind that you could share as a guidance to our community at this point of time?
No, just to find some time to, if you have the chance to have some break, some early days, and just to be fresh for the upcoming city meetings, and for the very nice coordination that we have all together on these aspects in 3GPP and in TCC.
Well, maybe one thing that comes to my mind as we're still living in this remote working email meetings thing, still I believe it's at least to the last quarter. Then it's also a possibility to familiarize yourself with whatever is happening in meetings offline, and then start talking about the budget for participating in person next year.
Exactly. So take the opportunity for the, so as you said, for the rest of the year, we will remain in a electronic format for the meeting. But obviously it is now foreseen that we will be able to resume face-to-face meeting beginning of the next year. So if you want to be familiarized with the city working group, especially, you can attend remotely to the working group, and you will be then more than happy to request for some budget to be able to attend physical meetings starting next year.
Okay, so thanks a lot. Good pointers there. Thanks a lot, Lionel, and with this, I wish you also a little bit holidays, hopefully before the next plenary, and talk to you around that time again. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation.